All right, you on with Dr. Tartt. Good morning.
My name is Barbara, and I am calling from Iowa. And I wanted to know, how do you create a good co-parenting relationship that you're no longer in a relationship with?
Oh, man, that is, 50% of high school students are in some form of a blended family, so that is a great question, Barbara. What you want to do is you want to sit down and talk to each other about wishes. What is your wish for our child? Let's keep our child first. Let's put our relationship last. That is over, but we still want to be the best co-parents possible. And what you want to say is that we don't want to damage our children because we fell out of love. Let's set up some guidelines. Let's even go see someone if you have some conflict, to set up the best co-parenting plan that works for us, but also ask your children. A lot of times you make decisions and your child is like, I don't want to be over there during the week. I want to be at my other house where my friends are. So make sure you incorporate everyone so you have the best co-parenting plan that works for all.
And Dr. Tartt, I was telling Rock T, talking to Rock T yesterday, telling him that I moved in with my ex girlfriend and her new dude saved money.
I was about to say, what?
Yeah, that's kind of jacked up.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So me and my son got twin beds in there, and we straight, But every now and then, the only thing that bothers me, every now and then that night, he in there tearing it up, and I was like, man, I just.
Need so much prayer. We need so much prayer. So much.
Everybody just be quiet for 1 minute. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute, your son in there with you? So
yeah, I'm just trying to talk him through it and make sure he's sleeping or whatever. Sometimes it wakes him up. But
what he be saying, like, Daddy?
Yeah, I say,
when that's going on,
your mom in there probably jumping on the bed. I don't know. Just turn the music back on and let's.
For those of you listening, don't sleep in the same bed with your child up there.
No, we got twin beds. We got twin beds in this, like bunk beds. Yeah, let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Tartt. Good morning.
My name is Natalie from Opelousas, Louisiana. I'm calling. I have a 10-year-old gymnast. How do I keep him encouraged in what he's doing after being bullied by being called gay because he's a gymnast?
Oh, man, that is a great question, Natalie. I'm sorry that your son is going through that. You have to put him around other men that have an open idea when it comes to what masculinity is. There's a lot called toxic masculinity. They just put out some APA guidelines. That's the American Psychological Associations, about things all parents should do to teach men how to have real human emotional connections and not this toxic masculinity. So what you want to do is put him around other gymnasts who are proud of who they are. Put him in other groups where he's just not, the gymnast is not the central thing. And then just have him, be okay with what he does, And then this is going to sound funny. I think he should watch a movie on Disney called Jump In. All right, it was with a guy named Izzy that was a double dutch. Is that what you call it? Double dutch?
Yes, right. That's what you call it.
And there's a scene in there in which he confronted his friends and said, look, this is what I love to do. I'm good at it. And if you don't like it, oh well. And then everyone accepted it. So a lot of times it's not what you do. It's the fact that you're insecure about what you do, and other people can pick on that.
And Dr. Tartt, I want to chime in on that. I have a niece that's lesbian, and we were having a conversation. What I explained to her was, or whatever, your sexuality is your sexuality. But what I want people to know you for how smart you are, how wonderful you are, how awesome you are, and not for your sexuality.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't have to be. Why can't you be the best person you could be, the good, loving, fun, kind, smart, genius person that you are, who happens to be gay, and not out here selling your sexuality like that defined you, because we got to have a whole separate conversation on that, because and I'm not justifying bullying, but I think a lot of it will cease if I think, because it's nobody's business. I'm just am I wrong, Dr.
No, you're right. It's a fine line between coming out and being proud of who you are and then gauging people's response to it. So we have to talk to our children about, all right, I know that you want to double down on who you are. First of all, are you sure? Because there's a lot of people that are confused. They are trying to figure it out. They are in the stage of developing sexuality. But if you're sure, you have to be able to strategize and say, how do we do this? And then I agree with you, Ricky. Your sexuality is not core to who you are. There are other things that accent. So it's almost like a branding campaign. You have to figure out, what are the top 3 things that define you? And then we see what your social media says. We need to figure figure out how you present to others, and then make that a part of who you are, because people need to like you for who you are, not for your sexuality.
Right. Hey, and Dr. Tartt, let everybody know how you could be reached.
All right, they can text Tartt, T-A-R-T-T, to 22828. Again, they can text Tartt, T-A-R-T-T, to 22828. I'll send love and relationship and parenting advice. And then number 2, they can follow me on Instagram at Dr. Tartt, at D-R-T-A-R-T-T.
Hey, turn the music down. Hey, Rock.
Yes, sir.
Rock. So I'm laying there in the twin bed over there, getting ready to get up, come to the radio station. Because I try to be quiet when I get up and come to work, try not to wake nobody up. And I was sitting on the side of the bed, because you know you have to sit on the side of the bed. If you get up too fast, you'll have a dizzy spell.
Right.
And I heard a weird queef through the wall. It's just...
Is that a word?
Oh, yeah. It's a word.
Oh, yeah.
Google it later.
A weird...
Okay.
That's a queef.
This is your home for hip hop and Smiley.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.